Devaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtapaisha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavatu Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtiki. So hope everybody enjoyed the Diwali festivities and did lots of puja, ate lots of mithai and whatever we do. So after Diwali, day after Diwali, when Krishna was 7 years old, so he saw then Yashoda Maya and everybody, they were cooking big, lots of items. And he went to Nand Baba and he saw Nand Baba and all the Gopas. They were getting dressed, they were getting ready, and everybody was so busy. They were filling up uh, bullock carts with food stuff. He went to Nand Baba. He said, Baba, what are we doing? What is all this preparation for? And Nand Baba thought he is not going to understand. So Nand Baba said, oh, we do this puja. Baba, what kind of puja we do? Oh, Krishna is known. We live because of our cows and the agriculture, and the cows eat grass. So we do this puja of Indra every year, and we sacrifice. We offer him lots of food stuff, and so he is pleased. So he gives us rain, and by the rain, the grains are there. The cows eat the grain, and we also cultivate the grains. We sell the grains, and we also live happily. Now, Krishna, of course, he gave a philosophy here which is called Karma Mimamsa philosophy. Although it's a wrong philosophy, but Krishna gave that philosophy here. The reason for that was because he knew Indra was getting little proud of his power and position, and he wanted to cut down the pride of Indra, and at the same time he wanted to do beautiful pastime. These two pastimes of Krishna lifting Govardhan and Krishna doing this Damodar Leela, they're the most beautiful, most sweet, most popular pastimes of baby Krishna, childhood Krishna. So Krishna said, Baba, Indra is not the one who gives the rain. What karma we do, we get the reaction. Indra has to give us the reaction. It's not like you do the yajna, then only Indra has to give the reaction. Baba said, don't speak like that. Krishna said, no, Baba, you don't understand. See, Indra gives rain at sea also. Sea in the ocean, there is nobody who does the yajna. So why Indra has to give rain over there? If you think rain happens only because we please Indra. So Baba said, Krishna, what do you want? Krishna said, Baba, see, it's a Govardhan who gives us shelter. Govardhan is the one who gives us all the grass, and our cows go and eat the grass on Govardhan. Govardhan supplies us so much of fruit and so many wonderful caves, so many waterfalls are there. So we should all worship Govardhan. Baba said, Krishna, okay, let's just finish Indra Puja, and afterwards we'll do Govardhan Puja also. Krishna said, no, Baba, no Indra Puja. We only do Govardhan Puja because Govardhan looks after us. And Nanda Baba, although he wasn't convinced, but they all loved Krishna so much, they just could not say no to him. They just said, okay, we'll follow that. So Krishna asked everybody to fill up all the carts with all the food stuff, whatever all the Brajvasis had. And they said, let's go to Govardhan. So from Nandagaon, they came to Govardhan. And they did the puja. Then Nanda Baba asked him, okay, how do you want us to do the puja of Govardhan? Govardhan is a hill. They said, we have never done this Govardhan puja before. So Krishna said, it's very easy. We offer everything, all the foodstuffs that we have. We first offer to Govardhan. So they offered. And Giriraji has uh, two forms, we can understand, two forms or two personalities. Actually, one personality, but in two features. So Giriraji is Krishna himself. So Krishna appeared as Govardhan and he literally ate everything that was offered to him. Everything. And it is said that they had prepared hills and hills of all the stuff, rice and puris and the laddus and the sweet rice and halwa and sabji and everything that we can think of. Brajvasis had prepared like hills and hills. And Giraji just appeared and he just, in one gulp, he ate everything. And he said, I'm hungry, Anyor, Anyor, give me more, give me more. Now all the Brajvasis were looking at each other. We offered everything to Giraji. Now what to give? There's nothing left. And then Krishna appeared at Giraji and Krishna was standing with them also. Then Krishna just gave them a hint, offer him tulsi leaves. So one Brajvasi, he got some tulsi leaves, he offered that to Giraji. And Giraji ate tulsi leaf and then he was satisfied. He was completely satisfied. And then he was so satisfied, so happy, he produced everything that he had eaten, he produced it back for all the Brajvasis. So all the Brajvasis were looking and they were very happy. What is this happening? They had never seen it before. And then Krishna said, let's do parikrama of Govardhan with keeping all the cows and all the old people in front, and we'll follow them. And then they did the parikrama. I think first they did the parikrama, they did the puja, they offered the bhoga, and then Krishna asked everybody to have the prasadam. First, starting with all the Brahmins and the old people, and then the kids and the ladies, and then the last all the males. They had prasadam, and then everybody was very happy, and they all came back to their homes. But except one person, he wasn't happy, and that was Indra. Indra was thinking, these Brajvasis, they got swayed, they got misguided by this little boy, and they stopped my offering? How dare they did that? And Indra got so angry, that he called the Samvartak clouds. Samvartak clouds are the clouds that are called at the time of devastation. And that is when they produce rain. And the rain, the kind of rain they produce is that can fill up the whole universe. So he called the Samvartak clouds at that time. He said, you go and you just drown the whole Braj. Everything should be inundated. They just went, they had to follow. And Indra said, I will follow you and I'll bring my Vajra and I'll just powder Govardhan into fine powder. I just cut it up and make it a fine powder of Govardhan. And he asked Vayudev also, you're going to blow so fiercely and nothing should remain in Braj. They had to follow Indra. Indra is the king of all the demigods. So they all came. And first the rain, it was raining so heavily, it is said in Bhagavatam that every drop of the rain was like a pillar. It was such huge, big drops of rain. And that's what Samvartak was producing. So all the Brajvasis, they got so scared. They came running to Krishna. They said, Krishna, you told us to worship Govardhan. Now you see Indra is so angry with us. We stopped his worship. We stopped his sacrifice. So you please save us. Krishna just looked around. He said, okay, no problem. And he said, see, we worshipped Govardhan. Govardhan is going to protect us. Let's all go to Govardhan. So Yog Maya at that time, she created a path for everybody to go to Govardhan and they did not get wet. So they all went to Govardhan. And Krishna, as we can see in the picture behind me, he was a little boy. He was 7 years old only. And at one spot, he just put his hand underneath Govardhan and he lifted it up, effortlessly. And he lifted it up with the left hand. And on top of it, he put Govardhan on the little finger, pinky finger, the tip of the pinky finger of his left hand. And he himself climbed down a rock and he asked all the Brajvasis, you just come under Govardhan and take shelter of it. And not here, just you come, you just bring all your animals, all your paraphernalia, everything that you want to bring, just bring it under Govardhan. So many times people have this question that there are so many Brajvasis. Even Nanda Baba had 900,000 cows. That was just Nanda Baba. And every Brajvasi had cows. So many cows, everybody had. So how come everything got, they just came under Govardhan? So what had happened, now looking at the story of Girirajji also, because we have to understand his story. When at the time of Krishna's pastimes in Vrindavan, he was in spiritual world, he was in spiritual Gokul or Golok Vrindavan with Radharani, and he told Radharani, Radha, let's go, we have to perform our pastimes on earth. Radharani said, no, until Govardhan is there, Yamnaji is there, Vrindavan is there. I'm not going to go to earth. Krishna said, look, on earth, they have already been there. They're already waiting for us over there. So Govardhan had appeared before even Krishna did on earth. In fact, appeared many yugas before. What had happened, Govardhan was actually appeared as son of Drona Parvat, near Himalayas. So there was a rishi named Pulastya Rishi. He was doing his tapasya near Kashi, Banaras. So he went towards Himalayas to do some more tapasya. When he went to Himalayas, he said, actually near Kashi, there is no mountain where I can sit and do tapasya. I have to sit in the jungles, on land. Doing tapasya on mountain is very nice. I can do better concentration. So he was looking around and he liked this hill, which was Govardhan. And he thought, I will take this hill with me. I mean, this is not, people say, oh, it's all mythology. How can a rishi think of, I'm taking a hill with me? I mean, this is never heard of. But the rishis in bygone ages, they were very powerful. They had so much of yoga, tapasya, bal, that they could do everything. So Rishi went to Drona Parvat because he knew Govardhan is son of Drona. And he asked Drona, you give me this hill. Drona was so fond of this little Govardhan, he could not part with Govardhan. But now Govardhan understood, if my father doesn't let me go with this Rishi might get angry, he might curse him. So Govardhan himself agreed to Pulastya Rishi's offer. He said, okay, I'll come with you. And first of all, how are you going to take me there? Rishi said, no problem. I'll fly in the sky and I'll carry you. And I'll take you. So the Govardhan said, okay, I'll go with you, but I have one condition. Wherever you put me down, I will just stay there and I will not move from that place. Wherever you put me down. Rishi said, okay, no problem, because Pulastya Rishi said, I'm not going to stop before Kashi anyway, so no problem there. So Govardhan said, okay. So Rishi started flying and he lifted Govardhan. So Hanumanji is not the only one who lifted the mountain and took all the way across. Pulastya Rishi also did that. So, but when they were flying over Braj Mandal, Vrindavan, Govardhan said, actually, I'm supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be in Kashi. So he just kind of pushed himself down. And by his pushing, Pulastya Rishi didn't understand. Pulastya Rishi had to go answer nature's call. So he put Govardhan down and he went to answer nature's call. And when he came back, he tried to lift Govardhan and Govardhan wouldn't move. Blessed Rishi was like, "What happened, Govardhan? Why are you moving?" Govardhan said, "Remember, we had this condition. Wherever you put me down, I'll just stay there. I will not move from there." Blessed Rishi said, "This is nonsense. I had to go for nature's call. I didn't just put it down." Govardhan said, "Well, deal was deal. I cannot move from here." Then Tulsi Rishi went back into his samadhi, and then he understood that it was Govardhan who did this mischief of pushing himself down. And then Tulsi Rishi got angry with him. He in his anger, he cursed Govardhan that you will disappear every day at the size of sesame seed, til ke seed ke barabar. You will go down every day. You will become smaller and smaller. So that happened many. I mean, I don't know which Satyuga it happened. And since then, Govardhan is becoming shorter and shorter. But then when Krishna lifted him up, even 5,000 years ago, he was so huge. I mean, he was like miles and miles long and miles wide. It's been mentioned in the scriptures. So, but when Krishna lifted him up, because of the touch of lotus hands of Krishna, Govardhan became so ecstatic that he became huge. His size became big, that every Brajvasi, along with their cattle and along with whatever they wanted to bring, they could come under the shelter of Govardhan. And also, another beautiful thing that happened during this fasting, because Krishna was 7 years old. So he was kind of, although he was 7, but he was like in the youthful age. He wasn't a baby anymore. So all the gopis, they always wanted his association. Mother Yashoda wanted his association. Krishna's boyfriends wanted his association all the time, and he could not satisfy each and everybody. So what, for these 7 days, everybody was under Govardhan and everybody was there, 7 days and 7 nights. They all were constantly just looking at Krishna, and Krishna was basically looking at everybody. Mostly he was looking at Srimati Radharani, but that's a different story. But Krishna was also with everybody. So 7 days, 7 nights he was there. And now Krishna was there holding up Govardhan with his little pinky finger of left hand. Now his cowherd boyfriends, they love Krishna so much. They say, "Krishna, you will get tired." So they all picked up their lathias, their sticks, and they also like propped up under Govardhan. And Krishna will help you. Then one point, Subal Sakha, I think it was Subal only, who said, "Krishna, you must have gotten tired by now." Or maybe it was Madhumangal. He said, "Krishna, you must have gotten tired. We all got our sticks under it. You can let your hand go. You just take rest for a while." Krishna said, "No, it's okay. I'm okay. You don't worry about it." No, Krishna. See, we are so many. You're alone. We can lift up Govardhan. No problem. So Krishna, what he did, he just tilted Govardhan a little on one side. And all the cowherd boys who were holding the sticks on that side, all the sticks broke down. And then Krishna kept it straight. And they all said, okay, Krishna, I think Govardhan likes you. So you just stay like that. What can we do? We'll just hold up your arm and we'll just massage your arm a little bit so you don't get tired. See, Krishna is lifting up Govardhan. Govardhan is not a small mountain, huge. Even today, it's a huge mountain, but we cannot even imagine anybody lifting up Govardhan. And that time it was really huge. Still, nobody would believe Krishna is God. Krishna is just like our friend, they would say. He's holding on to Govardhan. He's holding Govardhan up. But nobody will still believe he's God. So now this is going underneath Govardhan, and outside Govardhan, Indra is busy with his thunderbolts, with the wind and with the rain. So the water was coming. So Krishna ordered Sheshnag. Sheshnagji came and he basically he covered up Govardhan with his foot. And around Govardhan, where water could have come underneath the water, it is possible. So Sheshnagji came and he coiled himself around Govardhan on the ground. So he made a kind of a dam. So water would not come inside. And what about the wind? It was flowing fearlessly. So Krishna took out his flute and he started playing flute with his right hand. And in that flute, he absorbed, or he sucked in all the air, all the wind that Indra was in. And what about the thunderbolts? And whatever thunderbolts Indra was sending, Govardhan and Sheshnag, they just took care of it. And it is said that Indra could not even, forget about destroying, could not even disturb even a single straw of grass in Braj with all his might. Not even a single straw of grass. He could not even move it. And in fact, it's also said in one place, all the water that it was gushing towards Govardhan, and Sheshnagji had created this dam. So all the water went towards Mathura and towards towards the houses of the associates of Kansa. Not even those who were against Kansa, those who were friends of Kansa and Kansa's property. Those places were destroyed by this water. So for 7 days, this went on. And after 7 days, Indra realized, oh, he has made a big mistake. Krishna is not an ordinary person. He must regard himself. So 7 days later, he stopped. And then Krishna asked everybody, it looks like the rains have stopped, so you all can go outside. So they all looked, yes, rains had stopped, sunshine had come out. And then they all went out. And Krishna's, again, boyfriend said, okay, Krishna, you go first. You must be tired. We are holding Govardhan. Then Krishna again let it go a little bit, and everybody's sticks again broke. They said, no, okay, you come later. And they all left, and Krishna was alone, and he came out last, and he put Govardhan down. And they all went to Nandagaon. But now Indra was really afraid. I made a big mistake. So he went to Brahmaji and he asked Brahmaji what to do. Brahmaji said, go and ask for forgiveness from Krishna. But when we go to Krishna, don't just go alone. Go to take somebody with you who's very dear to Krishna. Then Krishna will forgive you. If somebody who's dear to Krishna canvasses on your behalf. So Indra knew Krishna likes cows. So Indra took Surabhi cow. He went and he pleaded to Surabhi cow, please come and please ask for Krishna for forgiveness from me. So Surabhi cow said, okay. Surabhi came and Indra came on his Aravat. Surabhi came, Surabhi asked for forgiveness from Krishna. And she said, oh, Indra made a mistake. Indra didn't realize who you were. And then first Surabhi cow, she did the Abhishek of Krishna. So when we do Govardhan Parikrama, there is a place called Surabhi Kund. So that kund was formed by the Abhishek waters or Abhishek milk that Surabhi cow produced to do Abhishekam of Krishna. So it is said that whoever takes a bath in Surabhi Kund, because Indra had committed an offense against Krishna and Krishna's devotees. So anybody who takes bath in Surabhi Kund, any offense he has committed against Vaishnavas or Krishna, all the offenses are wiped out. All the offenses are washed away. And then Indra came. Indra was feeling bad, but Krishna had already forgiven him. But Indra asked him, can I do your Abhishek? Krishna agreed. So Indra came with Eravat, and Eravat brought water of the Ganges from heavenly planets. And they did Abhishek of Krishna. And that water, because of that Abhishek, that became Govind Kund. That when we do parikrama, there's a beautiful Govind Kund on the parikrama. So after Krishna's Abhishek, Indra and so many other demigods came, and they all did worship of Krishna and different paraphernalia. And after the worship, of course, Krishna was being worshipped, Indra was worshipping him. And all his Krishna's boyfriends, they are all around, they were all hiding behind the trees and they were watching what is this going on. And when Indra left after the worship, he left all the paraphernalia over there only. He didn't take anything. And all these boyfriends, they came out. Oh, Krishna, Kana, they were doing worship like this. Oh, this is how they do this charmer. This is how they do this peacock fan. And this is how they do this land. They still will not treat Krishna as God. This is the special relationship of these cowherd boys with Krishna. So this is the pastime that happened today. And in fact, one of his Vyas Puja offerings by His Holiness Tamal Krishna Maharaj, he was glorifying Srila Prabhupada, and he said, Krishna lifted Govardhan Hill for 7 days, and he asked all the Brajavasis to come under it, and he told them, you will be protected from all the rains and wind that Indra is sending. And Maharaj was glorifying Prabhupada, that Prabhupada, Krishna lifted one Govardhan Hill. But you have created this Govardhan of the name of ISKCON. And you are lifting it up. And you are asking not just the Brajvasis, you are asking everybody in the whole world to come under it and take shelter of ISKCON. And you are promising that I'll protect you from the onslaughts of Maya. Just come, take shelter of ISKCON. So you are, and like in that way, Tamal Krishna was saying, you are greater than even Krishna. But Krishna only protected Brajvasis. You are giving protection to everybody who comes under the umbrella of ISKCON. So we are really grateful to you. So in fact, we are grateful to Prabhupada for creating such a wonderful society and all the programs that he has given us, chanting, reading, association, festivals, and so many other things, services, that we can be protected from the onslaughts of Maya if we just remain under the protection of Prabhupada and Prabhupada's ISKCON. But our problem is we take shelter, we come under Prabhupada's protection, but then we want to just look outside, oh, how much rain is there? And that's when we get wet, and that's when we get slapped. And so whatever rain is happening outside, let it happen. We just take shelter of Prabhupada and Prabhupada's ISKCON, and we will be protected. So this is a beautiful pastime that happened today. Of course, I said in very short detail. I didn't go into my detail. There's so many other things to say about Govardhan pastime, Govardhan Leela. Maybe some other time. So I'll stop here, see anybody has any questions or comments.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, what is the significance of Govardhan Parikrama? I mean, we can worship Govardhan directly, but when Parikrama came into
Parikrama has been happening since long time, not just 5,000 years ago, long time ago. But I mean, this is how Krishna established how to worship Govardhan, by doing parikrama and by offering him lots of food. So we do parikrama. Of, of course, it's a big austerity to do parikrama, but it's fun, and we really get purified of many sinful desires, and we get lots of bhakti. In fact, it is said that whoever does parikrama of Govardhan, then Govardhan Parvat runs after him to see what exactly he is desiring, and he tries to fulfill the desire. If he has a material desire, Govardhan tries to fulfill. He's not happy with that. But if the person who is doing parikrama, he has spiritual desire, Govardhan is very happy to fulfill that spiritual desire.
Yes, Prabhuji, I have heard many of my relatives go for Govardhan Parikrama for fulfilling their desires.
Yeah, Givraj does that. He does.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, in fact, you explained that Giraji had already appeared many yugas before.
Uh-huh.
And you also said that Krishna ji took the form of Giraji to accept offering from the Brajvasis. So, why do we worship Giraji as Krishna? Is it because he took the form and then accepted offerings from Brajvasis that Giraji is worshipped as Krishna, or is there something more to it?
Giraji is also called in one of the scriptures, he is called the Haridas Varya, means he was the best of the devotees. And at the same time, we take Shilas from Giraji and worship them as Krishna, because they're not different from Krishna. So it's both ways. Krishna is Giraji, and Giraji is the best devotee. It's just like someplace I heard, like Nityanand Prabhu, Lord Nityanand. Lord Nityanand is Balramji himself, is Krishna himself. But at the same time, he acts as a best devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is how Giraji acts. Giraji is Krishna, and he acts as best devotee of Krishna also, to serve Krishna. Because Krishna has so many wonderful pastimes on Govardhan, and there's so many places. Maybe whenever we get a chance, whenever Giraji allows us, we can have a 2-day trip to Govardhan. We can stay overnight, and I can take you to all the places of pastimes on Govardhan and have katha, whatever pastimes happen, wherever it happened.
Prabhuji, you have to be back for that.
That's why I said whenever Giraji allows me to. In fact, once I stayed there, there's a ISKCON ashram at Giraji, and there was a room. I got the room, and I stayed there for three days, and I did 3 parikramas. Every day I did parikrama in the morning, and then evening I would take a rickshaw and go to different spots. I had the book, so go to different spots. Okay, this Leela happened here, that Leela happened there, and that was the best time at Govardhan of mine. I could go to every spot and see, okay, because when you're doing parikrama, you're walking, you don't go and see all the spots. So I really enjoyed that.
And which book is that, Prabhuji?
It was a book by Mahanidhi Maharaj on Brajvandal Parikrama, but then there's a special section on Govardhan in that. So it had all the details. What's that, Mata?
Govardhan, there's a latest book they have just published on Govardhan.
Yes, Sakshi Prabhu has published that.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it has all the details. I haven't read it, but I'm pretty sure it has all the details.
I'm reading it. They have all the details. Every different corner.
So we can have that book and carry that book around and do the parikrama.
Yeah, Prabhuji, it has all the details. In fact, I have also bought a copy. But I think let me also try to lay my hands on the copy that you said. Please repeat the name again, Prabhuji.
So I'll tell you.
Maharaj. No, the one by Saraswati Prabhuji I already have.
Yeah,
The
that's the
one
one.
by Dayanidhi Maharaj,
Not Dayanidhi, Mahanidhi Maharaj.
Mahanidhi Maharaj.
It
That's
is
Braj
about
Mandal.
Brajmandal Parikrama.
This is this book, Haridas, where something kuch karke.
Okay, so that,
Ah,
so you can
this is
have
the
that.
Saraswati Prabhuji. No?
This book also
Yeah.
has a very details. This recently bought this one.
So Giriraji is very merciful.
Yes.
In fact, there is a.
Harish.
I'll end it with a beautiful pastime between Jagannathji and Giriraji. So in Mayapur, there's a place called Simantadweep where there's a Jagannathji temple, and that temple is now under the management of ISKCON. So Jagannathji deity is there, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra. So after it came under the management of ISKCON, so pujaris, they do regular worship of Jagannathji. And one day Jagannathji came to Pujari's dream one night, and he asked him, "Who did you bring here?" Pujari said, "What do you mean, who did I bring? It's Giriraji, Govardhan. Somebody had brought Govardhan Shila." So Pujari had kept him in the altar. So Jagannathji said, and now Jagannathji, we know he is used to eating chappan bhog every day. No? So Jagannathji said, "Okay, that is Giriraji, that is fine, but you should make a separate plate of offering for him." Pujari said, "Why? What happened?" This is all happening in Pujari's dream. And Jagannathji is telling him, "See, when you do the offering and when you're bowing down and ringing the bell and chanting all the mantras, so we wait till all the mantras are over and then we can eat. But this Giraj, he started eating before we did, and he finished everything. I could not eat anything. I'm hungry. So tomorrow you make the separate plate for him." So Jagannathji eats chappan bhog, but Giriraji eats the whole mountain of prasad. So there's a spiritual fight also goes on over there. We don't know what happens on the altar. So so Giriraji really likes to eat. So if today you all have time, please make good offering for Giriraji and he will be very happy. Even if you just keep a picture of him on the altar, just offer him. And he really likes to eat. So, okay, so we'll end here. You all have a wonderful day. I'm pretty sure you enjoyed Diwali, and now Govardhan Pooja is there. And we'll see you tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Then
Hare
thank you
Krishna.
so much.